Good morning. How are you today? Welcome to a new program. Welcome to a new edition. Welcome to Inglés en tu way. This is a pleasure for me to be here very early in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Can you believe it? 7 o'clock in the morning. If you're watching me live and not through Televisión a la Carta, if you're watching me live, well, congratulations. Thank you for getting up so early. All right, shall we begin? This is class number 1155. And I have a cough. A nagging cough. Cough is una tos. I have a cough. But todo por la causa. I'm here. Contra viento y marea. Come hell or high water. Yes, I will be here. It's my responsibility to teach English until the end of time. Hasta el fin de los tiempos. Me toca enseñar inglés. Say that's God said, English teacher forever. No, please. Irregular verbs, phrasal verbs, auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, regular verbs forever. My God, I have no escape. Yes. I have to hear people say, this is a table. This is a table. No, this is a table. Okay, but don't worry. If you say this is a table, people usually understand you. All right, so gain fluency, page 95. Wow, we have progressed a lot. Page 95 on gain fluency. At the top. ¿Y qué es lo que siempre digo? At the top, not at the bottom, nor in the middle, but at the top. Paragraph 871. Ready? When she walked into the meeting, everyone fell silent. When she walked into the meeting, when she walked into the meeting, everyone fell silent. I read this last time. But I'm repeating it. They had heard rumors about her management style, and they were curious to see how she was going to introduce herself. Okay. This is a group of managers. This is a meeting room, and there are different managers sitting at the table, waiting for the new boss. The company, the board of directors, Consejo de Administración, board como un tablero, un tablón, una tabla, board, blackboard, tabla negra, o sea, pizarra, board of directors, two pronunciations, directors, directors or directors, whichever is easier for you. The board of directors have chosen a new general manager. And the new general manager is Betty Smith. Isabel Herrero. Smith is Herrero. Smith. I say Isabel Herrero. Elizabeth or Betty Smith. She's the new general manager and she's famous. Well, famous. People know, Betty Smith va a ser nuestra directora general. Wow. Yeah, she has a very specific estilo de mando, de gestión, a very specific management style. All right, and so people were waiting. Y cuando viene la nueva jefa, when's the new boss coming? And she came in. When she walked into the room, when she walked into the meeting room, claro, entró andando, no entró a nado, okay. All right, she walked into. Por eso usamos el verbo locomoción. Luego con into or out of. Salir andando, salir de la habitación is to walk out of. To leave the room. Now, for example, if I'm in this room and Marta is in the room and I need to go to the restroom, say I need to go to the restroom and I leave the room. I don't really walk. Of course, I physically walk out of the room, but I'm saying I need to leave the room for a few minutes. All right. But to walk out of the room is at the end of the meeting. We finished and I walked out. Walked out. Walked out. Fijaos cómo el enlazo. Walked out. La ed de walked, pronunciado walked, que es sonido de T, se enlaza con out, la O de out, walked out. Es como si existiera una palabra tout y pones andar delante. Andar, tout. Walked out, walked out, walked out. Y lo contrario, walked in. Walked in, walked in. Como decir, andar, 10, número 10, walked in. All right. She walked into the room. Si dices the room, hay que añadir to. Into the room, out of. Salir de la habitación y diciendo la palabra habitación, walked out of the room, walked into the room. Walked out, walked in. All right. When she walked into the meeting room, when she walked into the meeting room, when she walked into. When she walked into the meeting room, parece Swahili, tintu. When she walked into the meeting room, everyone fell silent. Everyone fell silent. Cayó en silencio. Cayó silentes. Okay. Everyone fell silent. Yes. They had heard rumors. Pluscuamperfecto. They had heard, habían oído rumores. They had heard rumors. Estoy malo hoy, eh? About. Bear with me, eh? Sí, aguantad conmigo. They had heard rumors about her management style. And they were curious to see how she would introduce herself. All right. And she was the only lady. All of the managers were men. So she walked into the room without saying a word, came around and sat at the head of the table, and she said, "Gentlemen, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. You look like you're ready to do some work. I'm here to do some work too. We have a lot of work to do. We need to turn this company around. And to make this a success, I will need your help and your support and your collaboration and your understanding, etc., etc." So, when she walked into the meeting room, everyone fell silent. To fall silent. They had heard rumors about her management style and were curious to see how she was going to introduce herself. ¿Cómo se iba a presentar? "My name is Betty Smith, and I'm your boss." Okay. So, curious. They were curious. Tenían curiosidad, sentían curiosidad. O sea, en inglés estaban curiosos. O eran curiosos. They were curious to see how she was going to introduce herself. Let me introduce myself. To introduce herself. He needs to introduce himself. We need to introduce ourselves, etc. Okay. The next paragraph, page 95, paragraph 872. That was a brilliant speech. Wow. Yeah. Hey, John. Fantastic. Brillante. Ha sido brillante. That was. Esa fue. O ese fue. That was a brilliant speech. Ese fue un discurso brillante. That was a brilliant speech. That was a brilliant speech. It's just what we need. It's just what we needed. It's exactly what we needed. Just in this case means exactly. It's exactly what we needed. It's just what we needed. That was a brilliant speech. It's just what we needed. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we heard encouraging words, palabras alentadoras. Hace tiempo que no oímos. Ha sido un largo tiempo. It's been a long time since we heard encouraging words, encouraging, animantes, alentadoras, words, palabras. It's been a long time since we heard encouraging words. And I could tell. Yo podría decir, no, yo notaba. Podía notar, mirando a los demás. I could tell. Aquí just es simplemente. El just anterior era exactamente. Aquí se usa just in two different meanings. I could tell just by looking at the people that you were making an impact. I was listening to your speech, but at the same time, I was looking at the people, and I could tell, just by looking at them, simplemente mirándolos, de que que tú estabas haciendo un impacto, así se dice en inglés. You were making an impact. I could tell, just by looking at the people. So here we have just in two ways. Number one, that was a brilliant speech. It was just what we needed. Just in this case, exactly. It was exactly what my meaning. Y otro caso, simplemente. It's been a long time since we heard encouraging words, and I could tell simply by looking, just by looking at the people, that you were making an impact. To make an impact. My job is to make an impact on you. Am I making an impact? It's difficult after 1,155 classes to continue making an impact. The first 5 classes, it's easy to make an impact. Whoa, profe diferente. But after 1,155 classes, it's more difficult to make a strong impact. To make an impact, that was a brilliant speech. It was just what we needed. It was exactly what we needed. It was just what we needed. It's been a long time. Expresión socorridísima. It's been a long time. Yeah, mucho tiempo. Hace mucho tiempo. Okay. It's been a long time since we heard encouraging words. Yeah. Encouraging words, discouraging words. Lo contrario. Palabras poco alentadoras. Discouraging words. Yes. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. That's a song from Texas. Tejano, canción tejana. Old home on the range. Can you believe me singing with my throat? Where the deer and the antelope play. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word. Donde raramente se oye una palabra desalentadora. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word. And the clouds, how do you say, que valor tengo hoy? All right, que coraje. And the skies are not cloudy all day. I'll say clear skies. All right, that was a brilliant speech. It was just what we needed. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we heard encouraging words. And I could tell, just by looking at the people, that you were making an impact. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. All right. Page 95, the third paragraph. Paragraph 873. All right. We all know. Todos sabemos. We all know that there's a link between smoking and cancer. Even though your grandfather lived to age 97, smoking 2 packs a day, that doesn't mean the rest of us will do the same. I agree. Okay. We all know. Todos sabemos. We all know there's a link between smoking and cancer. Okay. Todos sabemos que hay un enlace, una conexión between smoking and cancer. Okay, fine. Todos sabemos, lo sabemos. We all know. We all know there's a link. We all know that, y that siempre es casi siempre es opcional. We all know that there is a link between smoking and cancer. Yes. Even though, aunque, o a pesar de que, even though, even though your grandfather lived to age 87, smoking 2 packs a day, that doesn't mean the rest of us will do the same. Yeah. I mean, your grandfather is an exceptional case. He lived to age 97, smoking 2 packs a day. Can you believe it? 2 packs. Los británicos suelen decir packets de cigarros, but most people don't smoke anymore. Very few, not too many. I don't know. When I'm walking in the street, I see a lot of people carrying a cigarette when they're walking in the street. 70% of the people are women. Eh? It's interesting. I noticed this phenomenon. Hey, the people I see when somebody's walking and they're carrying a cigarette, they're walking in a slightly different fashion. And when I see somebody smoking a cigarette or holding a cigarette in the street, I would say 70% of the time it's a woman. It's a woman. Yeah, somebody's calling me. Yeah, no. I forgot to turn off my thing. Don't worry. Me perdonan todos los pecados, yeah. I can see. You forgive all my sins, correct? Okay. But in any case, because today I have a cough, my telephone is making noises, but it doesn't matter. I'm still teaching English. So, a link. LinkedIn is a very popular social network, especially for people in the professional world. Okay. Aquí decís LinkedIn. Ojo. If you say LinkedIn in the English-speaking world, nobody will understand you. And you can say it 500 times. LinkedIn, and nobody will understand you. Because they've never heard LinkedIn. The word is link como enlace, link, y el número 10, 10, así siempre dice, LinkedIn. Acentuando la primera sílaba. LinkedIn, 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 LinkedIn. Are you on LinkedIn? Do you have LinkedIn? Are you on LinkedIn? No, in. Are you on LinkedIn? LinkedIn, LinkedIn, LinkedIn. But aquí es un link between smoking and cancer. Everyone knows, or we all know. We all know there's a link between smoking and cancer. Even though your grandfather, even though, in spite of the fact, even though your grandfather lived, aunque tu abuelo vivió, o a pesar de que tu abuelo viviera, to age 97, smoking 2 packs a day. That's 40 cigarettes a day. That doesn't mean the rest of us will do the same. Can you imagine smoking? Only if you smoke 1 pack a day. I think a pack of cigarettes costs €5. I think 5 euros. So 1 pack a day. All right, now 1 pack a day, with €5. So you spend €5 a day. That's 5 times 365. That's 1,825 euros a year. That's the equivalent of one monthly salary of 2,200 euros. In order to earn this money net, you need a gross salary, salario bruto mensual, of 2,200, por ahí, no? 2,200, 2,300. Yes. So if you smoke 1 pack a day, you're losing 2,200 euros gross of potential salary. Yes. And if you're a mileurista, if you're earning only 1,000 euros, it's almost like losing 2 months of salary every year simply because you smoke. Recommendation? Quit smoking, right? Give up the habit. Kick the habit. Okay, we all know there's a link between smoking and cancer. Even though your grandfather lived to age 97, a edad 97, así se dice, a la edad de. Even though your grandfather lived to age 97, smoking 2 packs a day, that doesn't mean the rest of us, los demás. El resto de nosotros, the rest of us. The rest of us. Enlace, the rest of us. Rest of us. Okay, the rest of us. That doesn't mean the rest of us will do the same. Haremos lo mismo. Live to age 97. And I agree. Smoking is bad for your health. Page 95, paragraph 874. I like it. Yeah, I like it. A ver. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's really cool. Mola. It's really cool. I like it. It's really cool. All right. Is it the same model? Is it the same model as last year? Or have they made some changes? Huh? Is it the same? Is it the same model as last year? Or have they made, el de impersonal, han hecho, or have they made some changes? Aquí, aunque sea pregunta y uso some, también vale any. Yes. Is it the same model as last year, or have they made any changes? Porque some nos vale. Porque doy por sentado que sí ha habido algunos, entonces es como una pregunta esperando respuesta afirmativa. I like it. It's cool. Is it the same model as last year, or have they made some changes? Yeah. The tires look, son los neumáticos. No, it's not this, okay? It's a car. All right. The tires look different. The tires en los neumáticos. O en México dicen las llantas. Aquí la llanta es la parte interior. Or have they made some changes? The tires look different, and the instrument panel offers more information. The instrument panel, panel de instrumentos es el salpicadero. Now you're driving in your car, you have the speedometer, you have the gas gauge, you have the engine temperature, the oil pressure, you have different things. That's the instrument panel, the instrument panel. So, I like it. En este caso es un coche, I like it. It's really cool. Is it the same model as last year? Or have you made some changes? Yes. The tires look different. Los neumáticos tienen otra pinta, no the tires look different. And the instrument panel offers more information. Yeah. Sometimes the instrument panel offers too much information. Confusing. The instrument panel, yes. I like it. It's cool. It's really cool. It is, de verdad, mola. It's really cool. So, memorize this paragraph and say, I like it. Con esa entonación, I like it. Me gusta. I like it. It's really cool. Is it the same model as last year? Or have they made some changes? The tires look different. And the instrument panel offers more information. So it's not exactly the same as last year. All right. One more paragraph. How much time, Marta? Oh, well, I'm not going to finish this paragraph. Paragraph 875. page 95. Would you like a drink? I have whiskey, gin, beer, or wine. What do you have? Coke? Oh. Janet, do we have any Coke in the fridge? Well, bring 2 Cokes and I'll grab the gin to add to mine. All right. It's very typical. Would you like a drink? So I invite Marta to my house. And I say, Marta, would you like a drink? ¿Tomas algo? Claro, aquí dice, ¿tomas algo? ¿Quieres tomar algo? We say, would you like a drink? ¿Te gustaría una bebida? Literalmente. Would you like a drink? Would you like a drink? I have whiskey, I have whiskey, gin, and beer and wine. All right. What'll you have? What'll you have? What'll you? What'll you? What will you have? ¿Qué tendrás? ¿Qué tomarás? I'll come back with this tomorrow. Interesting paragraph. Take care.